I speak to your heart with deep compassion, for the angels have revealed a solemn truth. They whisper that someone you hold dear stands on the brink of departure. This sacred message is not meant to cause despair, but to prepare your spirit for what might unfold. In quiet moments, you may sense a subtle urgency stirring within you. It is a call to show kindness, forgiveness, and unwavering support. Let your love shine even brighter, for each second of closeness matters profoundly. Allow your tears, for tears can cleanse the soul. Release your burden by lifting your eyes toward the heavens, trusting that divine power holds every outcome. The angels draw near, assuring you there is a higher purpose in the midst of sorrow. Although fear may attempt to sway your mind, let your faith stand firm. You do not walk alone. Unseen guardians stand ready to guide you through this fragile season with gentle care and endless devotion. When the nights feel endless, fix your thoughts on the great light that dwells beyond pain. Offer your prayers and hopes like gifts upon an altar, believing that no plea goes unheard. In the hush of contemplation, you may sense a soft presence enveloping you, reminding you that spiritual support never fails. Let every kind word you share now be your legacy of compassion, so that even the faintest voice of hope resonates in days yet to come. Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. This warning may seem harsh, yet it carries a blessing. You are given time to cherish moments that might have been taken for granted. Soft words, a simple touch, and genuine laughter hold more value than you realize. In the looming shadow of mortality, life's true treasures become crystal clear. Cling to faith and invite peace into your heart, trusting that every event is woven into a grand design. Let renewed devotion guide your decisions and strengthen your relationships. Do not allow despair to dominate your spirit, for your destiny is shaped by divine love. The angels call you to be strong, to hold on to hope even in the face of this solemn message. Let your prayers become as natural as breath itself. The one you cherish may pass through the veil, but everlasting light awaits them. If you feel faith stirring inside you, type, "I accept God's plan with all my heart." Take this moment to seek reconciliation if old wounds linger. Anger and regret weigh the soul and cloud the vision meant for your healing. Offer forgiveness and you shall find release. Let your arms open wide to comfort those around you, for you never know whose spirit needs nurturing right now. The angels witness your deeds and whisper words of courage. With each selfless act, you reflect the heart of heaven, illuminating the darkness that threatens to consume hope. Raise your voice in gratitude for every breath and every heartbeat. Even in trials, blessings hide in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. The one you love is a gift to your time on earth, a precious companion whose presence has shaped your story. Let your remaining moments with them be filled with sincere gratitude. Honor their essence with tenderness and openness, cherishing each shared moment as a jewel. Divine grace sees the smallest expressions of affection. Though questions may abound, not all mysteries can be unraveled in your finite understanding. Surrender your doubts to the Creator who perceives the entire tapestry. Lean on prayer, for it can shift the atmosphere of fear into one of peace. Let every tear reflect a powerful promise that love will never be wasted. When words fail, a gentle touch can speak volumes. The angels are near, assuring you that heaven's love envelopes your loved one, no matter the outcome. Dark nights can give way to brilliant dawns. Stand firm in the knowledge that your faith is a fortress. Let it shield you from despair, so that you may lift the spirits of those who are more vulnerable. Compassion is the language of the divine, so extend it generously. Whether it is through a kind whisper or a comforting presence, heaven rejoices when you choose love. Know that even in sadness, there can be an unexplainable peace that sustains your soul. Keep listening to the angels, for they will guide your thoughts and actions. A humble heart is like fertile soil, allowing seeds of hope to flourish. Even if death draws near, life continues in the realm beyond your vision. Trust that this is not a permanent goodbye, but a sacred passage into everlasting light. Let the possibility of reunion soothe your pain. If you seek divine assurance, type, "My trust in God's timing prevails." In moments of uncertainty, remember the promise that love transcends all boundaries. A single act of kindness can shine like a beacon, offering warmth to weary souls. Let your faith stand taller than any threat, knowing that truth resides in realms beyond your sight. Accept silence when words fail, for quiet devotion can speak more powerfully than you imagine. The angels are orchestrating a gentle path to ensure your heart finds comfort and strength, dear son. I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. As you move forward, remain anchored in the hope that new life springs from endings. The one you cherish is not truly lost, their essence is eternal. Grace flows unceasingly, holding both you and your loved one in a protective hold. The angels remind you to open your heart to divine guidance, letting the gentle whisper of heaven calm every anxiety. Through every tear, a hidden joy awaits, reminding you that darkness cannot overpower the light of faith. Cling to the beautiful memories you have created, for these are living echoes that cannot be silenced by death. In your quiet times, recall their laughter and their smile, allowing your spirit to be uplifted. The angels wish to assure you that sorrow, though real, holds within it a promise of comfort. Seek solace in prayer, for it is in communion with the divine that burdens are eased. Trust that even now, a sacred plan unfolds, cradling every longing. Let your heart stay vigilant. Fear may attempt to shake your resolve, but love anchors you in courage. You are called to offer compassion, not only to your cherished companion, but also to yourself. Be patient, realizing that time on earth is fleeting. Let that truth fuel deeper connections and more genuine acts of kindness. The angels walk beside you, whispering encouragement to persist in your mission of mercy, no matter how difficult the hour. Your prayers do not vanish into empty air, they ascend like incense, carrying your concerns to the highest throne. Place your anxieties there, believing in the transformative power of faith. The angels encircle you both, attending every breath with gentle care. Let your hope shine beyond the temporary clouds of sorrow, for a radiant dawn waits to break. If your spirit feels a surge of confidence, type, "Heaven's light envelopes my soul." In the midst of this trial, consider the strength you have already discovered within yourself. Every silent prayer and tearful plea reveals your capacity to endure and to bless. You are shaped by tests, not broken by them. The angels marvel at your resilience, supporting your every step with unseen hands. Believe that your compassion has the power to mend hearts beyond your own. Let determination carry you, even when the road seems impossible to cross, dear son. I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. When you sense despair pressing heavily on your chest, lift your gaze to the heavens. Focus on the unchanging nature of divine love, which remains constant despite mortal limitations. With gratitude as your companion, you can find light in the darkest places. The angels urge you to pour out your love fearlessly, confident that it leaves an eternal mark on the soul of your cherished companion. You are not alone, for the Most High watches over every moment. Listen quietly, and you may hear the gentle hum of heavenly presence. They speak of a realm that transcends earthly pain, a place where unity is restored. Your loved one, though on the brink of farewell, is held in sacred grace. Let that truth melt your fears and shine hope upon your tomorrows. In times of uncertainty, let your spirit rest in the knowledge that there is more than what the eyes can see. The angels are your reminder of divine compassion. Memories hold power to uplift and restore. Revisit shared laughter and triumphs, letting gratitude warm your present moments. Do not be disheartened by the physical decline you might witness. The angels assure you that the spirit remains unbound by these earthly frailties. Continue to pray with sincerity, expecting wonders both seen and unseen. In the quiet hush of reverent devotion, listen for reassurance that all is ultimately aligned with divine perfection. Turn your heartbreak into an offering of love. Let every tear be an expression of devotion, every sigh a silent cry of faith. Though the angels warn of approaching loss, they also herald a transcendent reunion in realms beyond. Let that promise diminish the sting of sorrow. Through it all, remain steadfast in trust, for your Creator never abandons you. If your faith resonates within, type, "My hope shines even in darkness." Cast your burdens upon the one who holds the universe, believing that no cry goes unheard. Allow your fear to dissolve in the light of divine compassion. The angels gather, forming a circle of strength around you and your beloved. No matter how dire the circumstances appear, grace still flows. Let that knowledge help you breathe more calmly, with each inhale reminding you that there is a higher plan in motion. Surrender your heavy heart and find a quiet place of rest. Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. You might feel the weight of final words lingering on your lips. Speak them now while the chance remains. Offer forgiveness, share gratitude, and declare love openly. The angels urge you to not wait for tomorrow is uncertain. Make every passing minute a tribute to what truly matters. Release resentment and hold on to the infinite bond of compassion. Where resentment once stood, place humility. Where fear once loomed, let faith arise with steadfast certainty. Let the knowledge of heavenly realms comfort you. This life is a fleeting chapter, but an everlasting story awaits beyond. Your loved one may soon step into that greater existence, where pain dissolves and tears are wiped away by divine mercy. Reflect on the blessings you have shared, and let your heart be soothed by gratitude rather than consumed by regret. The angels promise that love remains unbroken, bridging time and space in miraculous ways. Hold dear to the traditions and tokens that mark your family's legacy. Whether it's a photograph, a handwritten note, or a whispered lullaby, these tangible reminders preserve the essence of what you treasure. The angels wish for you to feel the ongoing presence of your beloved, even if physical distance becomes absolute. In sacred whispers, they say the spiritual bond will never fade. Let that certainty guide your actions and sustain you in this chapter. You are called to reflect humility and patience, even as you confront the reality of parting. Each moment you spend in loving service adds radiant color to the tapestry of your shared story. Let kindness soften any discord that might linger in your soul. Surrender to divine will, acknowledging that all life is precious in the eyes of heaven. If your heart aligns with this truth, type, "I trust my life to the Almighty." Cherish the fragile gift of today by allowing compassion to eclipse anxiety. The angels surround you with comfort, urging you to lean on their presence when weariness sets in. Offer a gentle smile, a calming touch, and a hopeful word to your loved one. These gestures, though small, resonate with incredible power. They soothe and unite you both in a silent bond. Remember that even if tears fall, they are droplets of sincere longing offered in love to the heavens. Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. If your soul trembles at the thought of losing such a cherished companion, know that the universe has room for your grief. Confess your fears openly in your prayers, for admission of weakness can pave the way to unexpected strength. The angels applaud each genuine expression of care, reminding you that tears can serve as seeds of healing. Do not shy away from emotion. Accept your sensitive nature, for in vulnerability, you can uncover an inner fortitude. Let hope shine like a solitary lantern guiding you through night's uncertainty. Even as death may attempt to cast its shadow, faith remains a flame that cannot be snuffed out. The angels remind you that a gentle exchange is taking place. What is mortal transitions into what is eternal. Hold tightly to love, for it transcends flesh and speaks an unbreakable language of the spirit. Let your cherished companion feel your unwavering devotion through every touch. Stand firm in the knowledge that sorrow does not erase the beauty of the bond you have nurtured. It reflects the depth of affection you carry. Offer comfort, even if your own heart feels raw, for the act of consoling another can mend unseen cracks in your own soul. The angels assure you that each tear is treasured. In the tenderness of this uncertain hour, divine love amplifies your empathy, strengthening the connection between your hearts. Remember that no obstacle is insurmountable in the realm of the Creator's will. Though you may lose the physical presence of the one you hold dear, their memory will live on in your innermost being. The angels beseech you to keep faith alive, for it is the key that unlocks the door to spiritual triumph. If this resonates with the core of your being, type, "Faith lights my path forward." Trust that, in ways beyond your comprehension, your devotion carries immeasurable weight in the eyes of heaven. The angels have shared a solemn message to ready your spirit. Do not allow this message to steep you in defeat. Instead, let it refine your sense of what is truly meaningful. Fill your waking hours with gentle acts that reflect the compassion you have learned. In this sacred process, you become an instrument of healing, guided by a wisdom greater than your own. May your words hold compassion and sincerity, for spoken blessings can ripple through eternity. The angels gather every whispered prayer, weaving them into the divine plan. When sorrow threatens to consume your hope, gaze upon the promise that life does not end with the final breath. There is a radiance waiting to receive your cherished one, a safe harbor where pain cannot linger. Let this truth comfort your soul and quell the trembling of your mind. Reflect on how this chapter illuminates love's limitless nature. Despite this looming loss, relationships outlast physical constraints. Gently encourage your loved one to rest in the calm certainty of divine mercy. The angels cradle both of you with serene vigilance. Cling to those eternal truths, for they provide a map through the dark passages of anxiety. You stand not in weakness, but in a quiet strength that defies mortal boundaries and fearsome dread. In your silent hours, feel the infinite hold of celestial guardians who stand as vigilant protectors. They testify that love bears all seasons and stands undefeated by tragedy. Let your precious memories become living testimonies of grace. Keep faith alive in each fleeting second, believing that parting is but a moment in the grand timeline of existence. The angels whisper that you are beloved, called to witness the power of loyalty through every trial. Receive this solemn warning not with hopelessness, but with reverence for life's fragility. You are invited to extend every ounce of love you possess, honoring the one who may soon depart. Know that, beyond this mortal frame, an eternal communion awaits. Let compassion be your guide and peace be your shield. If your spirit stands ready for divine involvement, type, "God's will gives me strength." Dear son, I would really appreciate your help in liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the notification bell. I will be forever grateful to you for this. I speak from the realm where angels guard your steps, urging your spirit to stay aware of each priceless moment. They whisper that fleeting time can hold indescribable significance for those on the edge of farewell. You may feel an ache of powerlessness, but your love carries an immeasurable force that transcends limitation. Believe that compassion eases pain, letting faith cushion the harsh realities you cannot control. Through tender care, you reflect the divine assurance that no soul walks alone. As your cherished one approaches an uncertain horizon, remember that empathy can soften any dread. The angels point toward a realm of light, where sorrow becomes an echo of earthly existence. Yet here and now, your willingness to offer comfort transforms anguish into courage. Let your words radiate sincerity, for they can reach depths uncharted by logic. Each heartfelt expression leaves a profound imprint on the soul, linking you both to timeless truth and unwavering mercy. Heavenly messengers gather at the crossroads of life and loss, reminding you to keep your thoughts uplifted. The weight of impending departure can seem insurmountable, yet your quiet resolve can bring solace to weary hearts. When sadness casts its shadow, imagine a gentle glow guiding you back to faith. You may not have every answer, but your commitment to love stands as a beacon, encouraging those around you to lean on hope. In that stance, the divine meets your earnest longing. Your patience in this trial is more powerful than you realize, for it speaks volumes about your devotion. The angels acknowledge your tears, each one reflecting the purity of genuine affection. Stand firm in humility, trusting that your willingness to persevere holds infinite worth. The passing of a beloved soul is not the end of the story, rather, it may be the beginning of a celestial reunion. This warning beckons you to treasure every word and gesture before the final goodbye. Though fear may grip your thoughts, remember that faith can flourish even amid heartbreak. Let your kindness manifest in small deeds that resonate with eternal significance. The angels extend comfort, breathing serenity into your anxious moments, guiding you to offer unwavering support. Your love has a ripple effect, touching more than just the one at risk. If you choose hope, type, "My heart rests in divine promises." The sands of time slip through mortal hands, but every second can become a testament of affection. The angels remind you that compassion can dissolve barriers and bridge silent aches. Seek out moments where you can gently share wisdom or a reassuring smile. In these fragile hours, your steady presence can lighten another's burdens. Do not underestimate the impact of soft-spoken truths. They have the power to nourish hearts and direct weary spirits toward a higher source of grace. You stand as a caretaker of possibilities, entrusted with the privilege to radiate peace when all seems uncertain. The angels whisper that your faith, even if small, can move mountains of despair. Cast off hesitations that keep you from showing warmth. Though the world around you trembles, genuine love remains unshakable. In your silent prayers, you may discover a wellspring of fortitude. Let it sustain you, reinforcing the promise that in every loss, divine purpose can still shine. Let gratitude rise like dawn, touching every corner of your being. The angels advise you to focus on the blessings still within reach, instead of dwelling on looming sadness. Look upon your precious companion with a gentler gaze, cherishing little details others might overlook. In mindful reflection, you can unearth hidden joys that soften grief's weight. By acknowledging these subtle gifts, you honor the sacredness of life and reinforce the bond that links heart to heart. Truth resonates beyond spoken words, pulsing through the quiet spaces in your life. The angels stand close, urging you to transform sorrow into wisdom. Open your heart to receive the subtle signs that confirm heaven's care. Even in hardship, you can find glimmers of grace that remind you love endures through all seasons. Let compassion flow effortlessly, embracing the shared vulnerability you both feel. Through mutual tenderness, you mirror celestial compassion in full bloom. In the stillness of reflection, you might recall moments of shared laughter or a fleeting glance of understanding. These treasures offer unspoken reassurance that your love story transcends this mortal boundary. The angels want you to remember that separation on earth is not a final verdict on closeness. Though uncertainty mounts, your decision to remain faithful can shelter fragile souls. If this devotion resonates within, type, "Peace floods my soul with assurance." Keep watch for subtle miracles, sometimes concealed in the simplest interactions. A tender word or a tiny gesture can confirm that unseen forces operate beyond your comprehension. The angels amplify your caring impulses, turning sorrow into a crucible of compassion. Rather than letting dread consume you, channel each wave of pain into empathy. Recognize that heartache can spark a higher calling, paving the way for profound healing where despair once staked its claim. In these transitional hours, the angels encourage you to cling to insights gained from hardship. Each tear that falls can water the seeds of mercy in your soul, allowing empathy to flourish. Your faithful stance becomes a lighthouse that guides others through turbulent waters. Even if uncertainty clouds your path, your commitment to extending hope is a testament of divine inspiration. By choosing perseverance, you affirm that love is stronger than any mortal boundary. A hush may envelop conversations as words lose their potency in the face of sorrow. Yet your quiet presence can speak volumes, assuring the one you cherish that they are never abandoned. The angels urge you to find solace in the hush of reverence, trusting that spiritual guidance seeps into the spaces where language fails. When tears blind you to the future, remember that in the realm of eternal light, suffering loses its sting, replaced by the fullness of perfect understanding. Your longing for more time may appear insatiable, but let that longing fuel deeper compassion. The angels witness your every prayer, adding their harmonious chorus to your pleas for mercy. Although uncertainty surrounds you, trust that your unwavering devotion can act as a shield against crippling despair. Have faith in the subtle ways grace reveals itself, whether in a kind neighbor's gesture or a comforting whisper in the night. Your persevering heart is never overlooked. With each breath, life's fragility becomes more pronounced. Let that awareness magnify your gentleness, making every encounter a precious exchange. The angels extend their guidance, reminding you that human limitations cannot nullify divine might. By choosing to love boldly, you reinforce the unbreakable bond that conquers even the final threshold. If you yearn for spiritual sustenance, type, "I stand firm in everlasting hope." As you confront the thought of farewell, take solace in the knowledge that endings may also signal new beginnings on a higher plane. The angels gather to dispel any sense of isolation you might feel, wrapping you in their protective presence. Take comfort in the notion that mortal departure is neither a punishment nor an end to love's expansion. Rather, it's a delicate crossing, overseen by benevolent forces that cradle every doubt and every tear with gentle acceptance. Your heart may waver between fierce attachment and trembling surrender. The angels assure you there is no shame in mourning, for mourning reflects the magnitude of your devotion. Let your tears testify to the richness of the bond you share, a bond that outlasts frail physical confines. In the midst of uncertainty, your compassion signals that hope dwells wherever goodness is practiced. Keep that beacon alight, trusting that life's transitions yield divine revelations unseen by the eye. Like a silent companion, love endures through the shadows of pending loss. The angels rejoice in your decision to remain constant, even when fear tempts you to withdraw. Show kindness in subtle ways, whether by offering a tender hand or a whisper of comfort that reassures the one in need. This calm generosity strengthens your own spirit as well. It serves as a gentle reminder that while mortality shapes our days, the essence of devotion is born in the realm of the eternal. If the night grows too quiet, let it become a sanctuary for heartfelt petition. The angels stand ready, attentive to every hushed plea you release. Speak candidly of your hopes and your uncertainties, for sincere honesty opens corridors to higher truth. Do not underestimate how profoundly your own vulnerability can invoke celestial empathy. In these encounters, you may find a surprising stillness, a calm that reassures you of your place in a boundless tapestry of providence. Remember that even when events unfold in ways you wish to delay, grace can emerge from the unlikeliest circumstances. The angels hold a luminous vision of each life, guiding hearts towards spiritual security that transcends mortal constraints. If you sense the warmth of divine presence healing your innermost wounds, do not hold back. Let your gratitude pour forth. If you share this quiet trust, type, "My faith prevails over every doubt." In the throes of sorrow, do not lose sight of gentle wonder. The angels nudge you to look for subtle signs that brighten the dim corridors of grief. Perhaps a compassionate stranger crosses your path, or a comforting memory surfaces. These glimpses of goodness symbolize small miracles, each one reflecting heaven's ongoing involvement in your life. Believe that your transparent affection has purpose, weaving its grace into the hearts of everyone you touch, now and in days beyond. Somewhere within you lies the power to transform anguish into deeper empathy. The angels remind you that neither your tears nor your prayers evaporate without consequence. Each sincere thought for your loved one vibrates in the spiritual realm, summoning merciful energies that can wrap them in profound peace. Though you grapple with the notion of parting, hold on to the certainty that compassion's resonance lingers well beyond earthly farewells, bridging the seen and unseen. Emotions may swirl wildly, challenging your determination to remain hopeful. Yet the angels see the hidden embers of faith glowing steadily in your soul. Acknowledge your human limitations, and then step forward in prayerful expectancy. The faint glow within you can guide your cherished one, offering solace that words cannot impart. Seek comfort in small triumphs, a relieved sigh, a shared recollection, or a promise of serenity that floats through the quiet space you both inhabit. If memories overwhelm you, let them serve as reminders of the bond that continues to thrive beyond physical constraints. The angels remind you that genuine affection never ceases, it only transforms into a new chapter of awareness. Keep speaking love into the silence, trusting that each gentle phrase resonates across any threshold of time. Amid the gravity of potential loss, let your heart remain open, allowing the seeds of hope to spring forth in your every kindly action. In the background of your fears, a steadfast grace prevails, urging your spirit to trust what you cannot see. The angels draw near, presenting glimpses of a comforting future. Though questions remain unanswered, cling to the knowledge that love endures all changes. Each soft-spoken promise, each gentle reassurance you offer, radiates through spiritual realms. If you long for strength to abide, type, "My spirit finds calm in divine nearness." When doubts arise, consider the intangible fortress your faith has constructed. The angels stand guard at every uncertain turn, reminding you that resilience often emerges through adversity. Keep believing in the power of empathy to mend even the most frayed emotions. Those around you look to your example, finding courage in your steady hand and warm expression. With heaven's guidance, you affirm that no trial can extinguish the sacred spark dwelling within your heart. Speak kindly of hope, even when the horizon seems draped in shadow. The angels operate in subtle ways, orchestrating events that may only reveal their brilliance in hindsight. Your decision to be a vessel of tenderness demonstrates the highest commitment to life's sanctity. Though final farewells may loom, your compassion has eternal significance, echoing through unknown realms. Let your every intention be sincere, thus sustaining a spirit that triumphs over fear's illusions. Acknowledge that the path forward is not paved with certainty. Yet in the midst of apprehension, the angels remind you that love's essence transcends the scene. Find solace in the knowledge that your devotion is heard by the one who crafted each heartbeat. Relish the comfort that arises when you release your burdens in prayer, for each whispered petition ascends to the ultimate sea of mercy. Keep this assurance close: you and your beloved are cherished beyond mortal measure. As the twilight of this earthly bond approaches, new horizons of the Spirit beckon. The angels cradle you both, ensuring not a single pang of heartbreak remains unnoticed. You may feel fragile, but your capacity to love speaks volumes about your true strength. Let empathy saturate your thoughts and deeds, safeguarding the dignity of your cherished companion. The delicate tapestry of human connection holds immeasurable value, woven by threads of sincerity and heavenly oversight. Let these reflections amplify your devotion to life itself, reminding you that, in truth, no bond is easily severed. The angels guide you to love unabashedly, for only love can bridge the gap left by a departure. Though mortal bodies may fail, spiritual ties remain unbroken. In that certainty, you discover a sacred calm transcending all understanding. If your heart welcomes this promise, type, "Eternal light warms my faith."